Hey guys, so I'm actually going to be filming a video of me just doing an eyeshadow look, but I'm going to be watching Jackie Anna's video, so I'm basically going to be like super quiet, just like concentrated through the whole thing. Just while I do like a look, and then, I mean, if you want, you could just like, I'm probably going to have this video forwarded like super fast, so it just like goes by really fast, and I'm just like doing it, But I want to do this cool cut crease that I've seen everyone do, so watch it. Yeah.
It's called Garter, so it's like pin-up-y, kind of Moulin Rouge-esque. That's the vibe I get. Yeah, she just looks super thick, and like I love kind of like that crisscross design. Those are the lashes that I typically gravitate towards, so I'm going to be trying out these today. These are precisely engineered with 3 different patterns, thickness, and intensity for 3D results. They are cruelty-free. They are knot-free, not like K-N-O-T knot, like bleach knot, that kind of knot. So it provides a really thin and flexible lash band. That's something that for me is just like, I can't do a lash band that's really thick, okay? I just can't. Like THICC should not apply to my lashes. Only the lash hairs themselves, not the band. And I also don't like when the lash band is too thin. This is perfect though. This is the perfect happy medium, and they're super lightweight. Like the glue that I'm gonna use is the strip lash adhesive. These are sold separately, but basically you just apply it to the lash like you normally would. Wait 30 seconds and then pop it on. And she is definitely one of those long wearing lash glues. One little tip that I like to do is I actually apply one layer, let it dry down, and then come back after like 10-15 seconds and I go back and apply another layer. So that's what I'm gonna do now. You guys know we love a multitasker, so I'm gonna let the lash glue dry and I'll come back to the lashes. It'll really elevate the look. These are $6.99 and they're available at most major drugstores, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, also at Ulta, and they'll be available soon at CVS. As usual, I will put links to the style that I'm using and more info in the description box. You guys know I got you, as well as all of the products used in today's look. This is no shade to anybody doing what they gotta do to get to where they need to be. I'm not one to knock anybody's hustle. I'm really not. But did you guys know that people are like posting fake ads? Just like you should be just as honest about a sponsored post, you shouldn't lie and say a post is sponsored if it's not. Like, people are actually doing that hashtag ad, but hashtag really should be I paid for it. Hashtag here's the receipt. Hashtag I'm actually going to take it back in 30 days. That's a little, I feel like we've taken stunting for the gram to a different height, a different level, and I wanted to stop it. Unpopular opinion, but pandering does exist, and a lot of people like to sweep it under the rug like it doesn't. Like, I've been pretty vocal about some brands who all of a sudden woke up one day and wanted to be woke, and we see you. Okay, we see you. I'm now applying Miss Brasserie. Brassiere? Is that Brassiere? Wow! I think that's Brassiere. Learning French 101. Every day I learn something new. I usually like to start with the inner corner first. Bloop, pop her on, and then start sticking the middle on, and then work my way all the way to the end of the lash. When you put this lash on, it's slip and sliding. She stays right where she is. This is definitely the lash for beginners and enders. Back to pandering. Pandering, otherwise, in my opinion, known as throwing a certain group of people a bone to make it look like you're more diverse than you actually are. Waking up in 2019 and deciding that, diversity is just the new wave, the new trend. We notice the difference between when brands are doing it authentically, which I think is important. Like I always say, better late than never, I guess. But I'm still, for myself at least, I have the right to decide whether or not I feel a brand is being genuine. I do. I'm a consumer. I buy makeup just like everyone else does. And if I'm not feeling it, or if something smells funky, something smells funky. Right now, everybody wants to now cater to people who look like me. Now. Okay, you don't get to tell me that my criticism of those brands is invalid. They're trying to cater to me, okay? You're gonna do it the right way. Like, I don't really feel like I'm super picky or super, nitpicky, because I said earlier, I feel like, better late than never, sure. But with that being said, I'm still gonna decide for myself whether or not I want to fool with you. And if I don't want to fool with you, that's my prerogative, okay? Just saying. And I hate when people are like, it's a step in the right direction. No, it's not. No, it's not. Only people who are not that group of people that they're catering to say that. No, I'm sorry. Throwing me a bone because you're trying to make money off of me and the people in my community is not a step in the right direction. It's a money grab. Duh! The only 2 people who can contribute to the discussions are people who literally do marketing for a living and the group in question. That's it. Those are the only people. If you're not, sit back, listen. Shh. Okay? Wait, did we talk about sponsor videos already? I forgot. forgot. But anyway, sponsored videos are really not as bad as y'all are making them. You know why? The thing that really irritates me, and I'm coming back to this conversation, I made a whole video about this. I think people over-sensationalize how dishonest YouTubers are. I don't think the majority of them are as dishonest as people accuse them of being. And I made a whole long rant video about like sponsored videos and the whole controversy behind them, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, like, most of the people agreed with me, and they were like, yeah, a lot of people really be doing the most and get way too mad over sponsored content way too often. That was the first side. Then there was a small subset of people that were like, well, we don't care if you do sponsored videos, we just want you to disclose. Remember, you said that, okay? Take this from someone who does a lot of sponsored content, obviously. I get a lot of backlash for it sometimes. It's cool, I don't really care, because, like, I value things like running water, having a house, like, this isn't really, you know, I gotta pick my battles, and I'm not going back to my old life, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Rosé on Ice from Fenty. These are really beautiful. So a lot of people were like, yeah, like, we don't care if content is sponsored, like, we just want you to disclose, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll tighten up. I will make sure that I disclose more explicitly and carefully. And, like, you know, the comments shifted from, yeah, get your money, but, like, disclose, to now people just complain that I get sponsored videos in general. Like, they just complain. Oh, another sponsored video. Well, I disclosed it, didn't I? The only reason why people think that I do a lot of sponsored content is they don't realize how many people actually don't disclose their ads. Like, they just don't realize a lot of people are actually getting away with it. I don't believe it's the majority, by far. But, honey, I'm not as abnormal as you think I am, okay? I'm doing what everybody else is doing. I'm just doing it legally. Just saying. I don't see y'all giving celebrities that same energy when they be in the Pepsi commercials. Celebrities get paid way more, are way sneakier, okay? Beats by Dre in a Bow Wow video. You thought he just loves beats? No, sis. That's called product placement, and he was paid. Did you contact Sony Records about the disclaimer? Did you tweet Bow Wow? No. He was in the club bopping and whopping to the song, too, with your Beats headphones on that you probably bought from the video. Pause real quick. I'm going to really step it up a notch. Really concentrate it right at the temple outer eye area. So, as you can see, I did not come to play hangover spray. Wait, pause. All-nighter first. This is not about anyone specific, okay? I really find it disappointing when, like, someone that I like on YouTube collabs with brands multiple times and they get so much love and they don't, like, reciprocate that support. Like, it's kind of stingy, bro. Like, I don't ever see you posting other people's collabs. You don't see nothing wrong with that? I don't like that. I definitely noticed it a couple times, you know, especially my collabs. Like, I don't want to pressure anybody into posting what they don't want to, but I've definitely seen, like, you just went out of your way to not even support me. You know, it's a little weird. That's one of my personal pet peeves. It's definitely not something that would, like, drive me to, like, unsubscribe or block them, but it's, like, hurtful, because it's like, you know, the beauty community at one point was just about showing how we can be fun and reciprocating support to one another, and I feel like we've kind of lost that, and it's just become kind of this, like, I don't value your partnership as much as I value my own. Which you shouldn't. You should prioritize and value your own partnership. I get it. No one's collab is going to be more special than your own. But, you know, we all started from somewhere, and we all rely on support one way or another. And I'm not saying you got to give a lying, filtered, super biased review for that person, but, like, if it's a dope collaboration, then why not post about it? I'm going to let you in on a little secret that I feel like some people haven't really noticed yet. But, Black outrage, y'all. Actually, outrage in general, but specifically, Black outrage is the new marketing ploy, okay? And if you don't know what I mean, I'm gonna explain. Don't be sending me videos of these people doing blackface. People know it's dead wrong. They know it's dead wrong. They are counting on it going viral. They are counting on that negative publicity because, as I said earlier, okay, people don't really ever get canceled. So, like, all press is good press now, and nobody is more passionate and riled up than Black people. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But it's the easiest trigger. It's usually guaranteed to happen. You piss off Black people, they're going to come for you. Black Twitter's going to come for you. The whole entire Obama administration is going to come for you. And people do it on purpose. They do it on purpose because they know that, like, this is the next best thing. Like, they know YouTube is saturated. They know that it's, like, hard out here for a pimp. And, you know, being dragged, I guess, is better than not being noticed at all. It's really pathetic. That's why I don't be jumping to every person, these blackfishing, catfishing, blackface. I don't. Nope. You want a sponsored post? Get in line just like everybody else, okay? You want me to advertise you and your product? You better email the team first. I'm not giving y'all heifers free publicity. No. And like a lot of times it be stuff that we've seen before, we've heard before, like this is all. Can you come up with something else? I'm not blasting them. These people know right from wrong. I don't care if you live in Russia, Poland, because I know, do you ever notice that a lot of the people live in Russia doing them blackface tutorials? I don't know what it is going on in Russia, girl. But seriously, that's why I be blasting these people, because they're irrelevant. Stop. Come up with something else. This is my Botan Beauty Gloss. Oh, they smell so good. It smells so good. This is in the shade Lover's Lane. It's a nice, soft, mauvey pink. I'm just going to apply it with my finger. Let's talk about stands, okay? Stands are really toxic, to say the least. Some of y'all come from a good place. Like, I know what it's like to love someone and be passionate about that love. I truly do. But how can I put this? Delusional is the word I think we could probably best describe. No, some of y'all are really psycho. Like, some of y'all are really crazy and take it too far. People are crazy. They take everything personal. Like, if you critique or don't like their fave, they be like cursing at your unborn children. Like, damn, I just said I didn't like her eyeshadows. I didn't deserve death threats. Relax. Get a little closer. Yeah. So that's the final look. I'm going out. I'm literally going to dinner. I'm like 20 minutes late. Ooh, but thank God, restaurant's right there. Right there. Thank you again to Kiss for sponsoring today's video, and to everybody who supports me in all of my amazing opportunities. I really hope to see you guys on the next video, which I'll conveniently put right here. What time is it? Time for you to watch the next video. You know class got canceled, right? I saw the announcement online. It's canceled because of weather conditions. I know you live in Florida, but girl, it's crazy. Like, it's snowing. So class got canceled. You might as well watch the next video. Go and check out my highlight while you're here. You shouldn't be here. You should be clicking the next video.
Welcome to today's video. I am full glam today. I am just like 100% in that type of a vibe. I haven't been in a minute, you guys. I've been like, no lashes, light makeup, and then today I was just like, give me everything. Give me sparkle, give me green, give me lashes, give me lots of gloss and liquid lip, and just like, I am layers deep in the makeup and I'm kind of loving it. But I do have to say, I feel like I'm about to like bring you the news. And actually, that is what I'm doing. So, this kind of makes sense. Okay, so what we are doing today is talking about everything that I have tried that is new, that is exciting, that you may have seen online, that you may be going, I wonder if that's good or not, and I'm here to break it down to you. These are items that I did not like, and I will tell you why. I always make sure to say in the beginning of these videos that makeup is super personal and across the board, you know, whether it's hair care or skincare, just like any beauty product. We all have different needs. Things are going to work differently for us. So these items might work for you. I'm not saying this is like, this is it. I'm just saying this crop of items right here, compared to everything else I have going on in this space that I've tried, and I've tried a lot of products, these just did not hit the mark. And let's just like have a good dish about why I'm disappointed. Like, sometimes you just need to like vent to your friends about what's like not going right in your life, and these products are not going right in my life. Also, I super love my eyeshadow. I'm playing around with JD Cosmetics. I really, really love it. Very indie brand, Instagram brand. I found them through them sending me PR. I had not heard of them, and I really have been loving exploring their line. They have loose pigments. I wore this to go and see Gaga in Vegas. Be Still My Heart. I love her so much, you guys. If you have an opportunity to see her show, she is magnificent. She's so talented. She is so just filled with the most incredible energy, and I loved every minute of that show. Like, she like stood up on the piano at one part. She's kicking the piano. She's kicking the guitar. She's like doing her thing. She's so free. Like, I wish that I had that kind of like freedom in my energy, and like I love that about her. Anyway, so we went and saw Gaga. It was a good night. And of course, like, I wanted to look super cute for Gaga. So I wore as much glitter as I could handle in Vegas. And this is what I wore right here. It's HD crystals. It's a loose pigment. And I'll give you a little swatcheroo so you can see, like, wow, right? And this did not irritate me whatsoever. But these ones from Fenty, these little pigments, I don't know, disappointing. Like, when I look for a pigment that is loose, that is going to give that glimmery high shine, I look for something super ultra reflective that is going to be different than what I could find in a pressed pan. So while I don't think this loose pigment from Fenty is bad, I just feel like I could get this in any one of my eyeshadow pans, like even, you know, this Marc Jacobs one that I've been loving on quite a bit. I just feel like the level of metallic you can get in a pressed pan. This, I can't. Like, that's harder to do in an actual pressed pan. So that is why, for me, the Fenty pigments were a miss. I tried to use them a couple of times. I felt like my eye looks were a little bit dulled down. I kind of feel like they missed an opportunity here with this type of a package, because it's really cute, beautiful packaging, and I just really longed for more shimmer, you know? So that's what was disappointing, because I love that highlighter that they have, like how reflective it is. I'm actually wearing it today, just kind of bumped right here with my fingertips, boop, 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 right there, and it just gives you that like big, loud, turned up, high volume shine, and I was expecting that out of the loose pigments. Didn't get that. I don't know. Look at this. I'm so distracted. I'm literally staring down at this JD Cosmetics situation. I think I need to do like another underrated video soon, because there's a lot of makeup that I have tried that no one is talking about, and I'm like, dude, everyone's kind of cliquey with what they like, not in the whole makeup community, but people miss like some of the really hot, good items. And I want to make it my mission this year specifically to really just take those items and show you guys what you might be overlooking. It's kind of like music, you know? Like there's so much music that is not mainstream that you listen to and you're like, dang, this person should be a star. They're talented. Like, that's how I feel about makeup sometimes. So I'm going to shine a light on more brands that I think should be superstars. So cheers to that in the new year. Let's move on to more garbage. I have two foundations that did not work out for me. One is actually called The Influencer. I see what you did there, Sunday Riley. The crap part of it is that no one liked this foundation. I have not met one person in like my circle that enjoys this foundation. It goes on kind of like a thick tinted moisturizer that is trying to be more full coverage.
If you can do this, you can do this. Start playing, take photo, get paid.
It is not long wear the way they state it is. It is said to be natural looking, it's not. That it's long wear, it's not. Lightweight feel, kind of is, because it has that heavy moisturization feel to it. Semi-matte finish, it's not. Medium to full coverage, I would say light medium. I don't think you can get a full coverage out of this if you really tried. Maybe you could try, but then it would look kind of super cakey. There's something about this that gets thick really quickly. It wasn't long wearing, and that's another thing that I like need out of my products. I want to look fantastic until I am scrubbing this off of my face with a Clarisonic. I am layers deep here in powder, concealer, foundation, and I do not put this effort in to be glamorous and made up for it to fall apart in a matter of hours. Same kind of thing here, except for this did not state to be like incredibly long wearing. This is just said to make your skin look filtered. This says it's a luminous foundation, so maybe I'm not the right customer, because I do have dry-ish skin, like it's combo leaning dry, where I will get a little bit oily in my T-zone. I have to powder here, like I have my little, like I do a little powder every now and again. I can't wear super mattifying products. It just does not work for me anymore. Exaggerates pores, exaggerates lines, makes me look dried out like I haven't had a sip of water in a decade. And that's just not the vibe I'm going for. Like, I want to look hydrated and balanced. But in the same breath, I also don't want to look greasy. I don't like it when luminous products lean in too harshly on their luminosity, where it just almost exaggerates oiliness and does, in turn, also exaggerate those fine lines and pores. So you have this, like, opposite end over here and here, where overly dry products can exaggerate pores and fine lines. Overly luminous products can exaggerate pores and fine lines. So you need to find something that balances whatever skin type you do have, and this was just simply too slick. Even on dry skin, it's just not the prettiest thing out there. Laura Geller gets it really right with their baked foundation. That one is gorgeous, and I do have it upstairs in my vanity, and I wear it on the weekends as like a very quick product. It's beautiful. Check that one out. Laura Geller has amazing highlighters. This one to me just missed the mark. Products made in Italy and Germany tend to be some of my favorites. I don't know why. I kind of noticed that. Like, I really like Germany makes really good pencils, but Italy makes great products as well. This one was just a little bit overpriced for what it is. I have so many other highlighters that do a beautiful job. I wore this a couple of times, and everyone was like really kind of losing their minds over it in the store, and I was like, it's pretty, but it's also like this iridescent-y violet kind of a thing, and it's not punchy enough. I don't know. I can't get into it. It just kind of looks like crap on my skin. And when you spend that kind of money, you would like to look better. I think that's all I need to say. I just wasn't a fan of this. It's just not my thing. I'm going to shock you all, because I have been on like the collab beauty from Sally's train. I have been their biggest cheerleader. I'm not sponsored. It's the craziest thing. Like, I'm posting this, I think, the same day that James Charles is posting the messy makeup, so I will link that video below. Go check it out. I filmed with Jeffrey and James, and oh my gosh, we filmed for so long. It was so much fun. I wish that you guys could watch like the full stretch of everything, because we took our sweet time doing our makeup and all that. But when it came to doing eye makeup, I was like, I have the best mascara in the world, you know, and I'm sitting next to, you know, Gucci 1 and Gucci 2, and so much so that Jeffrey dressed me in Gucci. So Gucci 1 and Gucci 2 are just like, what mascara are you wearing? And I'm like, it's from Sally's Beauty. They're like, no way. And I'm like, yes. And Jeffrey was like, show me the bottle. And this sucker right here, this one, and this one. And I like to do a combo type of a moment with this. I do wipe off the excess off of the brush. That is one thing that I will recommend to you guys. But I have found that it makes your lower lashes look incredible. The brush allows you to almost like pinch the lashes together and do this kind of baby doll vibe with your lower lash line. And then on the upper lashes, it makes you look like you have lash extensions. So I haven't been wearing false lashes as much recently. I figured because I was going kind of full glam with the colorful eyeshadow, sparkly eyeshadow today, that I would, you know, dip into my lash drawer. But most days I don't wear lashes. I just wear this, and it is like the very best in the world. So anyway, I love their mascara, their eyeshadow. Like, they have a contour palette that is like, oh my god, so good. Their lip products are pretty good. I'm not as excited about them as I am this. I'll link below a full review of the Collab Beauty line. I tried this. No. This one is just like a sad moment in time. The packaging is a little bulky for like where the product starts and stops. You don't get a mirror. It's that chunky, like dry, like crumbly situation where it just does not sit well on the skin. It seems to exaggerate things. It's not as bright as I want it to be. And I was so all about it. I was like, yes, I'm going to try this highlighter. It's going to be the best thing ever. And I'm going to recommend it to everyone, like the mascara. And I tried it, and I literally was like, what? And I tried it a few other times. And then I tried it, I think I tried it on my sister, because we were talking about like Sally's Beauty and like all their stuff. And it's just, I could not get it to work. I wanted to get it to work. Could not get it to work. So this is on the not A+ list. All right, moving on. On Wednesday, I posted a Get Ready With Me, and I I tried out this puppy right here. Now, I feel like everybody's doing their spin on the Tatcha primer. I initially did not like the Tatcha primer. I just felt like it was very hyped. A lot of people super love it. I'm not one of them. So again, that is a situation where we all have different opinions. It just was a little bit too slick for me. It did not do enough of a fill for me, and it just wasn't my vibe. But I could not resist when I saw this right here to just give it a good try, because you guys know I'm devoted to the Tarte Pore Filling Primer. Like, that is my primer. I love that primer. And this one failed me. Like, my foundation basically slid off my face like an hour after I filmed. It was like a gross makeup day, and I was like, ugh. And I used the Beauty Blender foundation with it, and that's why I always use foundations that I know and trust when I am testing a new primer, because like, you need to know, is it the foundation, is it the primer? It can get really confusing when you're trying a bunch of new products all at once. So I knew that it was this right here. I just didn't like it. Just my face felt kind of sticky. I did try this again the next day on completely bare skin, like not wearing anything, just to see if it gave me like a slight pore fill, blur, and a little bit of luminosity and moisturization. I just feel like I don't know, it feels weird on my skin, so this one is a pass. Another one that feels very weird on my skin that I didn't try on camera, but I purchased myself and I tried off camera. This is the base tape. Now, of course, I love my Shape Tape. We're married. As concealers go, we're married. Like, that is my number one. Maybe I have a few other sister wives in there. Shape Tape is number one. So wife number one. I see the name base tape and I'm like, yes, it's like Shape Tape, so it's gonna be amazing. You find that one thing that you love so much, and if they come out with more, you're like, bring it to me, I want it. But it was kind of disappointing. This is so liquidy. Like, you just watch. I didn't have a chance to read the ingredients in the store. I know. You guys probably are very disappointed in me, and you can write that in a comment below. I purchased this after I discovered that I really wanted to purge out coconut as an ingredient in my makeup and skincare, because I have found that that clogs my pores. So I went home and jumped online and started researching ingredients, and I was like, I'm like, coconut everything, but I still wanted to try it. So I did try this out, and I just felt that it was a little bit too liquidy, and it did not help my foundation to go on better. It did not help it look better. It made it look worse. So I just am not into this kind of a thing. I think if you have drier skin and you want to prime the skin with something super moisturizing, put a drop of oil in your foundation and just use a heavy moisturizer if you're that person that wants that nice juicy moisturization to your skin, and use a nice dewy setting mist, you'll be good. This kind of a thing can just make everything apply a little bit weird. So not into this one. Also, Physicians Formula came out with mascara. Oh my god, why is this happening to me? Because if you've been with me since the beginning, which was like a million years ago, when I used to shop in the stores and tell you guys all of the deals, Madness Monday style, Physicians Formula, the Green Leaf, that was like my favorite mascara. That one is still like one of the top ones out there at the drugstore. It is so good. Check it out if you love a good drugstore mascara, and it's the organic wear, so it's also great for sensitive eyes or if you are a contact lens wearer. This one does not build up. No, it does not compare to Sally's. Sally's wins. This is out. Sally's is the new standard up here. You know, Lash Paradise is even like they're close. You know, like Lash Paradise, whew, that was like the best mascara of last year. I've been reaching for the collab one consistently the most. So I have a few drugstore options that are so good that when a new one comes to town and I try it and I don't have that immediate like, wow, then I'm just like, why even bother? Like, no thank you. So this one just did not build. It was way too natural for me. If you like a good natural look, you might enjoy this. But for me, I'm that girl that just wants to, like, make them as full and false looking as possible. So give me that good push-up bra for my eyelashes. I'm not into looking natural with my lashes. So this was not for me. Okay, also, I just want to give one last look at this product right here. This is the foundation from Stila, the Lingerie Skin Perfecting Color Tint and Base. Now, a lot of people were like, you picked the wrong base. Well, the way they displayed it in Ulta was for a bronzy look, pick this one. For a luminous look, pick this one. It wasn't for fair skin deeper skin picked this one. So super confusing. I put this on, it looked awful. I'll link the video below. Blotchy, splotchy mess. I was reading the comments. I tried it again on top of other foundation. Blotchy, splotchy mess. I just don't like this. It's like this very bizarre whipped situation, and too much bulky packaging, too heavy, too expensive for what you get. I just don't think this is a good product. The other thing I want to add is that I did test this again, and I did not use a silicone-based primer, because a lot of people were like, oh my god, look what you're doing, it's because you used that primer. And I just want to let you guys know that I do read the comments, and whenever I see stuff like that, I do get really curious. So it's not even in like defense, like I just get very curious, and I'm like, like maybe that would work out. And you know, example, the Dyson, a lot of you guys were like, you did it wrong, and I was like, well, maybe I did. And I tried it a few more times, and I figured it out, and I made that update video telling you guys like, hey, I changed my mind. You know, I do find this actually pretty cool now. So I guess I want to say that I hear you guys, and when I'm trying out this stuff, I just feel like we are this big family of beauty enthusiasts, and we love products, and I always love hearing from you guys when you tell me like, hey, if it didn't work for you, like try this because it worked for me this way. So I love that. Personally, I really, really love that. I also really love reading like, yeah, that didn't work for me too, because then I'm like, right? And it's just like, I don't know, like hanging out with a girlfriend. Like that's what I feel like you guys are to me. Like you're my friends. So yeah, this was just a hot mess. Also, the shade range in Ulta, it's not the greatest shade range, but they do group it. They're like, if you're very, very fair, get this one. And if you're like light fair, get this one. And if you're light medium, get this one. They feel like they're way darker than what you would think just looking at the jar. Impulse buy, didn't have a lot of time to like swatch, mess around in the shop. But anyway, I'll link that video below. Tried it again a couple ways, still don't like it, not my thing. Stila kills it with glitter and shadows, and like their glitter, let's just take a pause and just be like, thank you, Stila, you get that right 100%. This, no, moving on. Right here, this is the Biossance Squalene Vitamin C Rose Oil. I don't like this. I'm so shocked. It was $80. I bought this when Erica was in town. I think I'll keep it to like use on the body because it is a high quality oil, but I purchased this to mix into my foundations because I want to find a good oil to mix into my foundations. I think I'm just going to purchase the Beauty Bakery one again. I really, really loved that one. So I purchased this thinking it would be amazing. It was way too heavy. I don't like using this as the last step in my skincare routine. I have another oil that I'm using that I love. This is just not it, and it was expensive, so I was kind of disappointed. I'm going to use it on the body, but I wouldn't recommend this one for makeup mixing. I do really love the Biossance face spray though. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like a little bit of a watered down version, I think, of the Squalene. It has glycerin, and I love using that before I put on foundation, and it's gorgeous. So I love that one. Not a fan of this oil though. You guys have been curious about this. So YSL came out with these lip plumpers that have this most adorable little heart. I've worn this so you can't really see, but it has this little heart. My issue with this is it says that it is a plumping kind of chapstick balm color situation. It's very pricey, and it does plump a little bit. Actually, no, it more burns your lips and gives you that like fiery sensation, so you're more aware of your lips and you feel your lips and you're like, yes, they're juicy because I can feel them. But really, they're just on fire and irritated. My issue with this is that the little blue thing that they have in the center actually makes your lips kind of blue. I'm not joking, okay? I took this off at the end of the night. Like, I'm going to dig into just the blue to show you. Why did they do that? Like, I guess they were trying to be cute or whatever, but like, it is like a greasy gray thing right here. I took my lipstick off, and I honestly thought that something was wrong with me because I forgot that I used this, and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh my god, am I losing circulation in my face? I'm kind of sick. I don't know what's going on right now. What's happening? Why are my lips blue? And then I was like, oh, wait, you used that YSL balm. Like, you're fine. So it just kind of stains your lips. Not a fan of it. They do have some that don't have the blue. This one has no blue. It has kind of like a hot pink. But I can't get into it. I think the L'Oreal balms are better and make your lips look juicier, and they don't have that tingly sensation, but they're a great juicy, balmy chapstick type of a thing, and they're not crazy expensive, so I would go that route instead. L'Oreal also has a new kind of like the gold, molten gold color riche situation. I talked about that in the same video where I tested the 24-hour foundation. I'll link that video below. But those ones I really, really love. They look like a gloss, but they are not a gloss. It comes in an actual bullet tube lipstick. And yeah, this was just too expensive for what it is and misses the mark with the ones specifically that have the blue heart. Cute to look at, but that is just not enough when it comes to cosmetics. I need it to be cute to look at, cute packaging, but also cute on me. Okay, we're gonna stop there. That is that. I wanted to round up a bunch of things that I don't like, because from time to time here on my channel, we do that, and we'll continue doing that, because I think it is only fair to bring you guys the good and the not so good. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed if you haven't yet done that, and then take it one step further and ring that bell, because we have changed the upload schedule. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I love that. You guys, I feel so rejuvenated and happy about my channel right now. I'm posting more on Instagram, on Snap. Go follow me there. It's just Tati Westbrook, and on Instagram, I'm Glam Life Guru. Everything you need to know will be down below. But yeah, I'd love to hang out more. Leave me comments. Come talk to me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I love you guys so much, and thank you for hanging out. Go have a good one, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. I know you're taken. Need you, want you. Need you, want you. Hey guys, it's Bridget, and today we are doing my eyeshadow palette collection. I did a declutter about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, and when I did it, a lot of you guys asked me to open up each palette, so today we're just going to do a collection video, and I might declutter a few. We'll see. But yeah, let's just get into it. I find these videos very satisfying, and I have 3 drawers of eyeshadow palettes in my Alex drawers. First of all, these are not all of my palettes. I do have a little container in my filming room for like things that I haven't used that I received in PR, which isn't that much because I am a smaller YouTuber, but I do keep it separate if I'm not using it or I don't think I will use it. So first off, let's start off at the back and work our way forward. First, we have my Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes. This is the Beauty Killer palette, which was his first one. I don't know how that has blue in it. Next up is Androgyny, which is my least favorite Jeffree Star palette here, but it's well loved. Next up is the infamous, beautiful Blood Sugar palette, which I have to store upside down because these clasps make it really hard to store. But it is extremely beautiful. It's very pretty. I don't like that the pan imprints get pushed on the mirror. Kind of irritates me, but it's super pretty. The next palette here is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Thirsty palettes. Voila, looks like that. Very nice. I don't like dirty palettes. I hate when things get stored for a long time and they get all dirty. I don't like that, but very pretty palette. And then the Alien one is here too. It's just not stored. The rest of it is so pretty. These next 2 ones are ones I have not used yet. I've recently received because they're indie brands. I've been trying to try more indie brands. This is the Hasina 2 palette by Blush Tribe. Very beautiful. I definitely want to try it, even though I'm not the biggest purple eyeshadow fan. I do want to try a lot of the greens and blues in here. And the next one is one I'm going to go ahead and declutter, and I haven't even touched it yet. This is the Certified Tropical Wonders palette. I just received it earlier this week, and I keep talking about making a review on it, but I know I'm not going to. So let's talk about it. The quality of the shadows looks really nice, but the packaging gives me like major OCD issues. It's a very beautiful palette, but this cardboard that's made out of, it catches shadows. So like in this, and you can still see like there's little shadow smudges all over the pans, and I can't clean it off. So for this reason, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one, even though I haven't used it, because
I don't like a dirty looking eyeshadow palette, and it gives me major OCD. Next up back here we have the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. Very beautiful. I haven't used it all that much, but I do like this one for a neutral day. Followed up by another Blush Tribe palette. This is the Fall Fusion palette, which was limited edition. And this is what it looks like. Huge pan sizes. This is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be when I first got it. But I like it so far, even though I've only used it like maybe twice. Next up is the palette we just reviewed earlier this week, and this is the Neutral Treasures palette by Makeup Maniacs. I think so, yeah. Very pretty. I need to get more use out of it now that I just tried it. Like, I really like the quality, so I think I'll maybe use it just as much as the Holy Grail palette. And lastly, back here we have the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. It's enormous. I wish I got the mini one, but it looks like this. Really pretty. I'm super into it. For some reason, there's like a dark area. Look, it looks like it's been wet right here. I don't know. It looks like maybe oils or something was in this, but I never used it yet, so it's like, I don't know. There's one over here too. Very weird. Next up for these palettes right here, we have the Glam Vice Paradise Sunset palette. I haven't used this yet, but it's very pretty. And I keep talking about reviewing this too, but I never find a day I want to wear orange eyeshadow since I have orange hair now. But it looks like this. Very beautiful. Followed up by the limited edition Tarte Swamp Queen palette in collaboration with Graveyard Girl. Love this. I hate palettes that are super reflective because all you see is that. But I love this palette. It's super nice. Next up we have the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette. One of my favorite palettes. I love this palette so much. And I'm eventually going to hit pan on this shade right here because it's very well loved. Next up, we have a Morphe palette. I don't have that many Morphe palettes. This is the 15T eyeshadow palette. I really like the quality of this. Like, there's some Morphe palettes I get, and I'm just like, meh, meh, meh. This one is very soft, and I think they've stepped up their formula since I last tried them, and I really like this. It's super nice. Next up, we have 3 ColourPop palettes. So let's talk about this one first. It is the Yes Please palette by ColourPop. I depotted and then put in its own little tiny mini palette. Super cute. The only thing is they kind of move around in this little palette, but love this palette. One of my favorites, if not my favorite palette that I own. This next one is Chasing Rainbows by ColourPop. I really like this. I have not used it since my review of it, but it's nice. And then here we have the Disney Designer ColourPop palette, which reminds me so much of the shades from the Makeup Maniacs. I don't know why this is so dirty. Like, so many of these palettes I store and I move around and I reorganize them and they get so filthy and I hate that, but this is this one. Next up is the Saffron palette by Suva Beauty. This is what it looks like, and if you bought my Try Beauty Box collaboration after the Block Party palette sold out, this is the palette you'll be getting in exchange for it. I love it. It's so pretty. Let's give it just a swatch. It's so pigmented. I have a full review of this palette and I adore it. Speaking of the Try Beauty Box, you can skip ahead to this time so if you don't want to see the next spoiler. But the next spoiler is the Wander Beauty Face Oil. It makes the most beautiful primer. I've been trying this out for about 3 weeks now. And you guys know I'm not a fan of those like big oil drip things. So this is a better solution to it because you can kind of drop it on your fingers and rub it in your face to make a nice primer instead of just like those drops they get everywhere. But this is such a nice primer and I really like it. So next up in the palettes collection is the Lorac California Dream palette. I talk about this all the time and I really love it. You can see Azriel playing with her little ball over there. But I love this palette very much. It's never leaving, and I put it in this top drawer yesterday just so I remember to use it more. Next up we have the Gingerbread Spice palette by Too Faced. I absolutely adore this thing, and it smells great. Now that I let it air it out a bunch, it kind of like has a light fragrance, and I much prefer that to like the strong one when it first arrived to me. Next up we have 2 Anastasia palettes. We have the Modern Renaissance Classic, followed by Soft Glam, which I really like as well. I have a lot of neutral palettes that I really do like enjoy, but I always reach for the same ones. So I don't know, maybe I need to like start using different neutral palettes. Next up is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. I told you guys this is very specific to who is going to like this palette. I really like it.
but I'm not using it lately and I need to dip into it more, so I put it to the forefront here. Next up is the Ciate London Glitter Storm palette. Shaky, shaky. Very pretty. This is what it looks like. It's on sale right now on Sephora's website, I think. Very nice palette. Again, need to use this more. I feel like I review so many palettes and try out so many palettes that I don't get a chance to fully enjoy each one that I have. So I need to declutter more. But this is like my main palettes, so these are all staying, except for the certified one. Next up is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea 3, I think. This is 3? I don't know, I think this is number 1. No, this is the original Rainforest of the Sea palette. Came in the BoxyCharm. Not the biggest fan, but it's here. And then this one I really love, and I don't like weird shaped palettes, but since I already had this round one, I went ahead and bought this that I've been wanting for a while. This is the Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust palette by Tarte. So freaking beautiful. Like, not even just like the pretty little flower design or the packaging. These colors are so pretty, and there's this beautiful kind of gray purple shade. I'm not a big purple eyeshadow fan, but when it comes to like a mauvier tone, I'm here for it. And this I've been using a ton since I got it. Next up in here is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I don't have to say anything about this. It is so gorgeous. I mean, honestly, this is prettier than the Modern Renaissance. It is longer, so it has to be stored with like other long palettes, but the quality is unmatched. So good. Next up is the Lunar Beauty Lifestate Drag palette. I thoroughly enjoy this palette except for the shade, and this is one of like my favorite 2 duos for like a neutral brown red color. These are so pretty. And the last shade in this top thing is the Colored Rain Shears 2 Beauty palette. I just threw it up here because it is way too big. I really like these colors because they're very metallic and very pretty. But I think I'm going to declutter this one. Alright, next drawer. These are very well organized. I'm very proud of myself, and I think I might declutter some out of this drawer to make room. Okay, so let's start off with these in the front, I guess. This is the Fame palette by ColourPop. Very neutral, cool tone, beautiful palettes. Next, we have the Harry Cosmetics palette.
Thanks for joining me, guys. This is the crease with the I don't even know what this is, but there's that. Thanks for watching, guys.